Hi there. So a couple of years ago I did some videos on domestic violence and the effects it has on children. I think I did one on the effects it has on adults. The reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to talk a little bit about that and how it does affect us as adults if it's not dealt with in childhood, and the resulting complex PTSD that we get from that, from living in a home that is violent and has a lot of stress. I believe that I talked about how it can cause a lot of anxiety and depression, post-traumatic stress disorder type things, and they've even done studies that show that the lifespan of adults that were children of trauma and domestic violence and major dysfunctional childhoods, the lifespan is about 20 years less than that of other people. So I wanted to share something very, very personal, and I mean, I do share personal things anyway, but 2 weeks ago, I got a phone call. Well, actually, my sister showed up at my door, but my brother was found dead in the ocean near where we live. My brother has been an alcoholic for most of his life. He was 60 years old. He struggled with drugs and alcohol for many, many years, even as a young guy. And he did manage to be sober for about 20 years. He was a commercial fisherman. He was a captain of many boats and very well respected in that community. And but he never dealt with our childhood. He never dealt with all the layers of pain. He never dealt with the PTSD from all of it. And he just tried to manage his pain for 60 years using drugs and alcohol, and I'm sure other things as well. My brother had become homeless a couple of years ago. He went downhill when he was no longer able to do what he loved, which was fish. And a series of events. He lost his apartment, and my mom passed away 2 years ago, and my brother just went downhill. Once he became homeless, he was just in and out of rehabs and hospitals, and we did our very best to help him. We sent him to a rehab in Florida, and he was just in and out constantly. And when he was out and about, just walking the streets and in all kinds of terrible weather, and we took him in a few times, but it was unmanageable. So anyway, he just spent a lot of his days just wandering around and getting drunk to deal with the pain of what he was feeling. So we kind of expected this at some point, but when it actually happens, it's a terrible, terrible thing. We had gotten many calls where he had been picked up for public intoxication and things like that. Apparently, this day that it happened, he had passed out near some stores, and someone called an ambulance, and he ended up in the hospital. And so we went to the hospital, and I guess he left against their orders, and I don't know the timeline, but he was found in the area where where all the boats and stuff are in our area, and he was found at 2 o'clock in the morning, floating in the water, and the autopsy showed that he had fallen, which he did often, and he smashed his head pretty bad, I guess, probably on the dock, and must have lost his balance and fallen in the water and drowned. He actually drowned. a man who loved the sea more than anything, and it was his life, but he ended up drowning in that very sea that he loved so much due to alcohol and due to domestic violence ultimately, and that childhood that we had. So I just wanted to share this because if we don't deal with the pain of our childhood, get the help we need, turn to the Lord, get healing, get deliverance from the things of our past, they will come back to haunt us. They will affect us the rest of our lives if we don't deal with it. I'm so sad that I've lost my brother, but I'm even more sad to think of the sadness and the pain that he went through all his life. It's just gut-wrenching. And I may be posting a video. We're having a memorial service for him on Sunday, and with the help of my son, we made a video of a bunch of pictures with a beautiful song, and I might post that. I'm not really sure yet, but anyway, I believe that God can heal us. I believe that God can deliver us from these painful things in our past. He can renew our minds, and He can heal our souls and heal our broken hearts. So I just wanted to share this. I thank you for watching, and I hope and pray that you'll be able to deal with and look at honestly your own childhood and the pain that you have, and please get help. Turn to the Lord, find counseling, find a deliverance ministry or something that can help you deal with it so that you can live a full and a peaceful and a joy-filled life.